Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go.
What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Nightcap. We're doing this every Monday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're bringing you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can actually use for tomorrow. But I don't do this alone. I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, FD White.
I need that,
we're
man.
back.
We've been having altcoins pump, man. That's my music.
We're back, and I got all the audio fixed. I went out, I spent a little bit of money. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Spent not too much. It's about 120 something, but still, I did that for you guys. All right, I'll take it out of my pay that I don't get. All right, so what's up, dude? How was the weekend? Hope all was well. You do anything cool?
Man, it's busy now. We got school starting up, man. So you know, the festivities, the sports starting up. So I rarely get a rest nowadays. So I'm either on the charts, I'm either working out, working, making videos, or I'm with the kids, with the family, man. So we had a nice weekend. How about you?
Yeah, dude. Definitely spent some time with the kiddos. What did we do? We did a 5K. We went out to the beach. I was doing my push-up challenge out there on the beach. Yeah, they were photo bombing me and stuff. So we had a good time with it, man. It's good. It's good getting the family involved. And yeah, it was a good weekend, man. It was a good vibe, man. You know, SoCal. We're still doing beach weather out here, so.
Oh yeah, it's a little chilly now. You see, I got the jacket on
Yeah.
today, man. So we got a little chilly, man, today. So it's starting to turn in Michigan. But you know, it might be 90 degrees next week. You know, with those Great Lakes, man, we get all type of weather.
Yeah, so you got some crazy weather. That's how Maryland was, dude. Like it would be like 75 degrees one day, and next thing you know, it's a nor'easter, like with 20 inches of snow. And I'm like, what just happened? Like, but you know, that's how Maryland is. But let's get over to the chat. Let's see who we got in here. We got Harp. He's letting the Eagles fly, man. You know what? I'll call it out for you, even though I am a Commanders fan. I got you, dog. I got you. Respect for you being here in the chat first. So there you go. Alex O Crypto's in the chat. What's up, my dude? Wendy Dave Rise. She said this one is cute. Who are we talking about? Hi. So Harp, yeah, what's up, guys? Crypto Mars in here. And then Wick's wife, Fine89, and Wick589, what's up? He said FD is the man, showing you some love. There you go. Retro Mike Tech with some hearts. And then Alexander G, the best mod in the house. What's up? I missed you this morning. I don't know. Where are we at? Where you at? Did I miss you? Or was it just me not seeing you in the chat? Who else we got here? I think that about Crypto Craig. He said, I'm here for Retro Mike financial advice. I respect that. I respect that. He was, I think he was on to something with Cass, so I'm definitely gonna take heed to his notice from here on out. Let's see, Wick589. He said Pensacola once had an ice storm and it shut down the whole city. We don't know how to drive on icy roads. LOL, forgotten north of Great Lakes. Yep. Yeah, Pensacola is something special, man. I was actually down there for flight school for probably almost a year, because I did primary and advanced down there. So yeah, I was there for a minute. Let's see. I made the songs that are cute, but yes, you guys are awesome. Oh man. Yeah, there you go. All right, right on. Cool. All set. What's up, dude? How you doing? Sliding in here. What's up? So yeah, let's go ahead and get over to the first bit of news. We're gonna start rolling with it. Here we go. Kamala Harris promises to grow AI and digital assets if elected president. Cool. I mean, that's good news, right? But she really didn't give us any kind of plan and tell us like what exactly she is planning to do. Like, where are some policies, and how do we go about this, right? So we're waiting for that still, and we will be eagerly waiting for that, because that does have an impact. And overall, though, it is good to see at least she has finally said something, right? So that's good. That we're trending in the right direction. But give us a little more, because it's getting about that time where we start to vote, So hurry up, because we're waiting. All right. Next up, SEC approves options for BlackRock Spot Bitcoin ETF. So I think that's pretty big news. But Piper thinks that might actually pull some money out of the market. We'll see. We'll see what comes from that. But, I think that is just another step towards the adoption and, giving us options, for lack of better words there, for, trading Bitcoin. And there's a lot of people that would prefer to go that method of trading options by just holding on to it for a long time. I mean, that's, there's a lot of day traders out there, a lot of intraday scalpers. So, it just gives them more options and other ways to have exposure to Bitcoin. I'm down with that. So let's go over to our last bit of news. And this one was interesting. Check this out. Tether generated more profit than BlackRock in 2023. Tether had 6.2 billion, while BlackRock generated 5.5 billion. Now, we talk a lot about how influential BlackRock is because they have the money. You're trying to tell me Tether's got more money than BlackRock? That's wild. That's wild. What are your thoughts on that, man? Like, so when is Tether going to start running the country? Because, I mean, we kind of think BlackRock's already doing it.
Tether's business model is, from what I can see, is print Tether out of thin air and buy real assets with it.
Yeah.
And so, I got to do a little bit more deeper diving for Tether, but that from what I can see, that's what they're doing. If I had a money printer too, I'd be doing the same thing, just printing Tether out of thin air and buying real, buying treasuries, buying, different things like that, other commodities, or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm surprised it's not a lot more, actually.
Yeah, well, dude, I mean, we're in the wrong business. I mean, we can just make fake money and then pay ourselves. So isn't that what the government doing? They're making fake money so they can pay for things. Why can't we just make fake money in the cryptocurrency world? I think.
Yeah, so that's what a lot of the people always used to talk about. Tether was going to blow up because it wasn't a lot of it wasn't one to one. But
Yeah.
I mean, whatever they're doing, they're backing it. So they know something that we don't. They're doing something right. So
yeah, they got something figured out.
It is.
You ain't wrong about that. They got something figured out. All right, cool. Well, you know what time it is. We're going to go ahead, sound the alarm, bring on my man, Elmer Fudd. All right, so this one isn't too crazy, but it's something to take note of because gold prices are through the roof. This is on the Kabisi letter over on X. Let's go ahead and read this though. If gold closed at its current price on December 31st, it would post its best year since 2010. However, if the current pace of the rally continues, gold could see its best year since 1979. Yeah, I wasn't there yet. I got to be honest. I don't even know that I was a thought. But all right, let's go ahead. Piper was around though. He was probably a teenager. All right. That's when gold rose 126% in a single year. Gold is trading like we are in a crisis. So that last sentence there, that's the thing that I want you to pay attention to. There is a lot of tension, a lot of turmoil that is going on right now throughout the world. If you guys aren't watching the news, you're living in a closet because there is some craziness going on over in the Middle East right now, and it is picking up. It got pretty interesting this weekend, so I am looking forward to hearing a little bit more about that when I get to the old 9 to 5. But man, that stuff's picking up, right? And then you're starting to hear about a lot of economic type pressure. Piper's kind of flipped a little bit bearish on us, and that has to do with the macroeconomic picture So, you know, that is why I think there has been a little turn to gold, right? That's what happens when things get weird with the economy, with the world. People find tangible assets because that is actually what we used to do back in the day, a long, long time ago. What did we do? We traded physical assets. All right. So, you know, if things get too crazy, I mean, look, there's like phones and pagers and stuff blowing up this weekend, which is wild, right? Like, so think about that. You want something tangible too. So that's kind of why I personally I diversify a little bit. I do have coins and metals, precious metals, and all that stuff as well, on top of having currencies and IRAs. I try to be very diversified. Real estate, you know, I got a little bit of everything, but not too much of one thing. So that's kind of how I'm looking at. But FD, man, what are you thinking about that, man? Gold prices are shooting through the roof, all-time highs. I mean, what do you think, man? Why is that?
We predicted this in November of 2022. I told everybody who's following me, you can look at it on Instagram. I got the videos. I'm gonna actually find the video and bring it up. I said buy gold at 1674. Buy gold at 1674 because we're gonna go to 3,000. I thought we were gonna go to 3,000 that following year, but it's taking a little bit longer than what I expected, because I thought we were gonna go into like a deep recession and whatnot. So things are still playing out the way I thought, but my thesis, sometimes my thesis have been playing out, but it's the timing has been wrong. So a lot of times, even when you make these predictions, even when your timing is wrong, that means you're wrong. So we can't really say my thesis about gold shooting up to 3,000 that year next year was right, but I kind of knew gold was going to do this because I just knew with the tightening cycle and looking at past history how gold performs, and we just hedged a little bit that way too.
Right on. Little shout out to Twill, Lineman for Hire. What's up, my guy? How you doing? Crux of Crypto's in here. What is up?
How's my mic, man? How's my mic, guys? Somebody said my mic was a little bit low.
I turned you up a couple decibels, and I turned me down a decibel, so hopefully that does help.
Okay, cool.
Let us know. If not, I'll adjust it a little bit more. So, but right now it looks like our meters are about even. So, with that being said, Piper did correct us. He said he was only 7. I think it's lies, but he said he was 7 in 1979. All right, fair enough. And then Wick 589, what did he say, man? He said I got all of like one thing, or too much of one thing. I got a lot of one thing. There you go. I'm hoping it's Bitcoin. That's going to be my guess there. All right. I was 7 and laughing. All right. Alex, though, I'll show you mine if you show me your meter. You want those Dixie picks, don't you? The DXY picks. DXY picks. You're that kind of guy. All right. Cool.
It is that, man. It is the nightcap.
He likes those Dixie picks. Man. We'll look at the Dixie later. All right. Just relax over there. All right. Next up, we're going to look at the market pulse here. I can't even say that, Alex.
Before we move on, TradeFly.
What's up?
Before we move on, I want to make a quick comment about that first article that you had about Kamala Harris.
What you got?
She was talking about the crypto and whatnot. I think it's just I don't believe her. I'm surprised she's not talking about how her childhood, she had her mother and she had some neighbors who were into blocks, and they had a chain fence, and now she's correlating blockchain. Like, she be just talking, they're all just talking in circles, man. So I'm just taking it with a grain of salt when it comes to that. I don't think she don't even have a wallet. She don't know anything. I don't think anybody in their administration knows anything. I don't think anybody in Donald Trump's administration knows a lot. They know more, but I don't think they know a lot. I think
he doesn't. I think he's got some people that do. There's a couple.
I know his son is into it a lot. I can't remember his name, the tall one. But I don't. This other side, I don't believe it right now. I just have to. I think it's a ploy to garner these last few votes.
And it's only a small percentage, right? Because we found out they did a vote, or they took a poll on who was interested in them actually talking about cryptocurrencies, and it was super small. It was only like 2%. So like we're just a little piece of the pie. Like, we feel important. We want to be part of the conversation, but really when it comes down to it, we are just a really small piece of the pie. But I would say the Don, the Orange Man, has taken it, you know, on. I mean, he went down to Bitcoin 2024, and Kamala had that opportunity. So I would have loved to see that, because that would have been a prime opportunity for her, you know, to talk a little bit, at least let us know that she did support it. And that would have been pretty cool, right? So, but it is what it is. All good in the hood. Let's go over the market pulse. And the first thing up, we are going to look at the economic calendar. All right. So Thursday, September 26th, you have durable goods orders month over month. You got GDP growth rate. That is going to be a biggie. So keep an eye out for that. And then Fed Chair Powell is going to talk. So I would highly recommend getting over to the morning show and taking it in, because I'm sure Piper's going to break all that down. That will be going at about 4:30 my time, so 7:30 Eastern. So all those numbers should be out in time for the morning show. So definitely get over there and get your alpha, because he is great at breaking that stuff down. Friday, September 27th, you got core PCE price index month over month, personal income month over month, and personal spending month over month. So that will give you a little idea of people and, you know, what disposable income they're using, if at all. So that does give you a little something on how the economy is doing. Let's go over to coin market cap, and let's roll through this here. We got the total market cap sitting at 2.23 trillion. That's up 0.75%. 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at 78.24 billion, and that is up 44.41%. That's a pretty nice move. Bitcoin dominance currently at 56.24%, and that is down 0.52% over the last day. Fear and greed index currently neutral at 51. And Piper, by the way, I heard you were talking about this earlier this morning. CoinMarketCap does have a fear and greed index that does make sense, as well as the Bitcoin dominance makes sense. So yeah, we should probably stop using that one page that I sent you. That is my B, but here you go. And it's dark, so easy on the eyes. Let's go ahead and look at the top 10 right now. And we got Bitcoin sitting at number 1. That's at 63K right now. That's down 0.7%. but is up 8.7% over the 7 days. Ethereum is currently sitting at $2,634, which is up 1.76% over 24 hours and up 15.2% over 7 days. So kind of a late mover. Ethereum is kind of late to the party. Everything else seemed to make its move, and then Ethereum came in just swinging here recently. So it was down as low as about, I think, 2,300, and we've had a nice little move back to the upside just in time for everybody to sell off. I heard a lot of people were kind of giving up on old Ethereum there, and here we go, the same old cryptocurrency thing that always happens. When as soon as you sell, man, it pops. But BNB is looking strong at 605 right now. I think it was in the 500s last time I remember looking at it. Solana sitting at 144, looking all right, up 9.77% over 7 days. XRP sitting between 50 and 60 cents. Why are we not surprised? I think it tried to test 60 cents and got rejected from what I was reading earlier, but not much of a move. I mean, it's been pretty weak. It's less than 1% over 7 days, while everything else has kind of moved. Dogecoin. All right, this is FD's play. He thinks long-term Doge is the way. I can't argue with him. I got to be honest. I think people are going to start falling back to some of the memes that they know, and Doge is probably going to be on that list. It's up 1.28% over 24 hours and up 8.25% over 7 days. Toncoin staying strong at 9, and that is at $5.60. Hasn't moved much over 24 hours and not really much over 7 days, about 2%. So Tron wrapping up number 10, and that is at 15 cents and not a big mover over 24 hours. And again, that's only a couple percent over 7 days. Cardano, it looks like it's trying to make a little push. AVAX had a really nice move over the last week. Shiba Inu, that's up 9.8% over the last 7 days. And Chainlink, let's go ahead and we'll go down to 15. We'll go down to 15 for you degens. And Bitcoin Cash, there you go, 339, not so bad. You know, this is one, I'll be honest with you. Let me scroll up a little bit so you can actually see it. I didn't have high hopes for Bitcoin Cash. I got to be honest with you, but it just does not go away. It has stayed pretty strong here. Oh, you know what I do want to look at is Cardano's market cap. There you go. So we're back up into 13 billion there. So that's good to see, because I was getting in the 12s. That thing was taking a beating. And it looks like it's actually starting to catch back up with Tron. Maybe flip Tron. That'd be interesting. See if we can get back into the top 10. All right. Let's see here. You know what? New thing I wanted to do. I was looking at this and look, it's got a meme section. So you can go to the memes. Let's look at this. So by market cap, let's go ahead and look at price movement here. So your big mover looks like Mew, Cats in a Dog's World. I have no idea what that is. That is up 14.6%. Let's see here. Boom, 2.2. It's got like a little mini like bubbles area, which is kind of cool. Doge is up 1.2. We already talked about that. Oh, there's Popcat. It just doesn't seem like it's loading very well. Popcat's up 1.28%. Nothing too crazy. Bonk's up 1.9. Good to see that. I do have some investments in there. Let's go over this. Top coins performance. So this is over 30 days. Is this your Popcat? It is. Look at your Popcat, man. There it is. Over 30 days. It's strong, man. 22,
Hey, man.
over 22%, man. That's looking good.
They not listening. They not listening, man.
Oh,
how long have I been talking about Popcat? For months and months and months.
It's definitely been the last 30 days. I can tell you that. So looking good there, man. Good call. Good call. All right. We'll scroll down a little bit. What we got here? Over 7 days. Any big movers? PayPay's looking good. 11.6. Dog with Hat is making a bounce back at 14.9. Ooh, there it is. Popcat over the last 7 days, 32.72%. FD was on something. Y'all better listen to him. Don't listen to me. Y'all just don't. You're wasting your time listening to me. Listen to that guy. There you go. Over there. And then Cats in a Dog's World. That's up 31.26%. All right. It's new to me. Let's go over the chat real quick. Let's see if we can catch up with some of that. Dude, you been looking at the chat at all? Anything popping to you?
No, it's just a family affair,
Just
man. Everybody's
banner
talking
as
amongst each other,
usual.
man. Yeah. Fiat game. Yeah. Nothing really sticking out. Did we see 90? He's in the building. I don't know if we shouted him out.
I didn't.
BC Port Court, Crypto Kang is here. Wick 589. I appreciate that compliment earlier. I wanted to get that in. Alex O. That's my guy. We got to get Alex O over on my channel as well. I think that's it. Everybody else, Piper probably fell asleep, so we'll talk to Piper in the morning.
FD's joining the fight.
Dutch,
I love it.
Mark Dutch is here, man. The stream is complete now. Mark Dutch is in the building, man.
Man had his warm glass of milk and he's out. All right. Yeah, and then Maybay Band-Aid.
And what's the dog name? Gypsy, man.
Gypsy. Oh, dude. Dog, I would pass on this show for Gypsy too. I'm just saying. The dog's pretty cool looking.
There he is.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, we do. We have a big interview coming up. I'm glad he actually dropped that in there. Co-owner of Grunt Style Clothing. That's going to be Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern. I think I'm going to be on there. Piper's going to be on there, and Crux is going to be on there. So it's going to be like a military affair, which will be super, super cool. I'm looking forward to that. And he said he's going to break down his insights on the current retail climate in the economy. She's dumping. Well, guess what? We're about to do some TA here real soon. So let's go over to the liquidity heat map. We'll wrap that up and then we'll move into some charts. All right, liquidity. Looking at that on the 3-day right now, it is, look, you're actually getting a little bit hotter up here. That's hotter than it was this morning. That's at about 65.5. But really the hot spot I'm concerned with is about 62.2 to about 62.100. You can see it's getting a little hotter there. So we have been kind of horizontal, right? I mean, we had volatility this weekend, was a little crazy. I mean, it was moving, what, about $2,000 or so, up, down, left, right, kind of all over. But coming into the move, it was pretty stagnant. And then, we had all that volatility. And then today has been really like just benign. Not a whole lot going on here. But looking at that, I mean, the only thing you could really say with the liquidity here is this is very achievable, and it is the alligator closest to the boat, right? Because I like to typically look for trends, but we are really kind of horizontal right now. We haven't really made much of a move in either direction to kind of steer me. That being said, once we get to the charts, what you're going to see is it looks like it has the opportunity to roll over a little bit. So let's go ahead and get over to the charts here right now. All right, first up is going to be Bitcoin on the daily. So why do I think there's an opportunity for it to roll over? Well, we had this 200 SMA, which is the red line coming through here. And you can see it got rejected multiple times. We've tested it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We haven't had a close over top of this 200 SMA. We did get a wick up to about 61 or 65.1, which was an area that, you know, I've been looking at for quite some time. Now, this is just a horizontal level of support and resistance. Resistance right now, you can see where it was rejected here before we had this move down. And then we got this bounce off of this key area at about 52, right? So we're kind of in a range right now. We're starting to range a little bit, which is, you know, that's okay. But this is kind of why I think we might bend over a little bit. Look here. I mean, you're getting hits. You see the reversal, the peak seeker. That's a pretty strong indicator on the chart prime indicator. And you can see it kind of just starting to bend over, right? So it's losing some steam right now on the daily, which my guess is that would be, you know, a little bit more emphasized on the 4 hour as well. So if we do actually start bringing price action down and right a little bit, where are some opportunities that we could find some bounces? Well, you got the dynamic reactor, you got the moving averages, and you got the top of this trend line. There's some confluence definitely with the moving average, the 50, this is the 50 day as well as VWAP. All right. So you got confluence there. There is a little bit of kind of a separation there, but remember where we talked about the liquidity. Liquidity is way up here, man. Like, so that's going to get cleared out, I think, pretty easy. And it makes a lot of sense to come down, clear that liquidity out, find a little support here in this area between either the dynamic reactor or where you have the confluence between these three indicators right here. So that's kind of what I think I would look for. I would kind of bank on some kind of support in this area. If we do fall through, though, this channel, we've talked about this ad nauseum at this point. If you don't have it on your chart, you're not doing it right. Definitely have that channel that I pointed out to you guys on there, because that is a really key area. And if we come down there, that is where I would be looking for some price action. So intraday scalping, game on. Okay, so resistance right now, you're sitting at about 65.1 to about 64, just right in between the 200 SMA as well as that horizontal level. Now, if we somehow start to break up to the upside, you got all kinds of resistance. I mean, there's a lot going on up here. You got the point of control for the whole range is right there. You got the 2021 high. You got the value area high. You got the all-time high. There's just, and this is the median of the channel too, this little blue line right here. So it's like level of resistance, level of resistance, level of resistance, level of resistance. There could be an opportunity there for some scalps. So like, if you just want to like, hey, let me try to take a scalp short position on these levels, I mean, I would probably be willing to bet a couple of them are going to hit. But in, out, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am kind of deal. If you're looking at those, obviously not financial advice, do your own research, but could be some opportunities if we do see some upside movement. So that being said, let's go over to the 4 hour. Just want to see where the moving averages are, dynamic reactor, and all of that good stuff. So looks like there was a rising wedge here. It is falling out of it. So we could get a pattern break here printing on the Market Dynamics Pro indicator here real soon. So take a look at that. And then on the bottom side of that, you do have the 50-day, the dynamic reactor, the 200, all on the bottom side. So it's like the inverse story here on the 4 hour. Like, you got a lot of support on the bottom side of the 4 hour, right? So there's multiple levels that you can look for a bounce there. So, but I mean, this is screaming to you. Look, I mean, this is just saying, hey, at some point, price is going up, but it's losing steam, right? So it could pull back. So I would probably be looking for that in the short term. Just a little pullback is kind of my initial swag here. Main support and resistance levels don't really change for me on the 4 hour, but these are some areas I would definitely keep a look at. But it looks like we're having a breakout of that pattern there. So look for a smart target. Let's see if that pops up, and maybe that's something we'll look at tomorrow morning on the morning show, which I probably won't be there, but I'm sure the guys will look at it. So that's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. I'm going to pass it over to FD, and let's see what you got for the peeps.
Just a little quick. You went over Bitcoin. Everybody's been going over Bitcoin, you know, like you said, to exhaustion. So I'm not going to really take too much time with Bitcoin. Let me actually do this. We got my little baby up there crying. So it looks like Bitcoin. I have this channel drawn. This is from September the 6th on Friday. I remember that day. We got this nice little uptrend that we've been in. So we're testing it right now. We're testing that upward sloping trend line. We do have the top of the trend line coming in at about 67, which is my red line, which we talked about all last week. So it is coming in at what I got 67, around 67, 336, which is in confluence with the top side of the channel. So I mean, hopefully we can hold right here. This is what I'm hoping for us to hold right here. If we lose this, our first stop will be this little support level right here at about, I got 61,616, give or take. You know, we talk about areas, not specific price points, and then ultimately, you know, coming down and retesting that $60,000 level that's been, you know, the pretty much the bottom of the macro range that we were in for like 5 or 6 months. So Bitcoin is pretty straightforward. 63K has been pretty good support, but it looks like we're starting to break down. So we'll just see how the Asian session, you know, carries us over, you know, into the morning, into the market open. So did want to look at some altcoins, man. Let me actually look, since we're breaking down. Let's look at Toncoin, because this has been on my radar. This is my next trade. This is my next trade. This is on a daily time frame. So if we zoom in, this is what I'm looking at right now. Of course, all the altcoins got that pump after we got the FOMC decision. Then this one kind of stalled out right under macro support, at about this $5.80 level to about $6.20. We're flagging right under. And if you look at the candles, if you really zoom in and look at the candles, what are these candles? I mean, the chart tells you a story. Indecision, 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 indecision. All this indecision within this flag. That's why it's not really moving. All these dailies have been closing with indecision. So what I'm looking at right now is for a decision to be made. All this indecision is telling me that once a move is made, it's going to be a hard move. So we have two scenarios. The first scenario that I will be looking at, I'm just going to use straight price action. The first scenario that I will be looking at is a breakout of this symmetrical triangle. We can call it a flag, possibly some sort of retest. But I'm not even long in the retest. I want to be on the safe side for this trade. I'm probably going to put this in the Discord. I was going to put it in the Discord earlier, but it was too much to type out, and I pretty much, you know, the market was kind of dumping. So I said I'll wait to see what happens tomorrow. But looks like I want to come up here. This is the line I want to hold. I want to hold this $6.07 area. If we can hold this $6.07 area, let me actually go back here. We can see this has been, we had wicks here, we had all this over here, we had all this here, we had this wick here from the 12th of August 24th or August 12th this year. So I want to see this area hold. This is going to be my long trigger right here. So if we can get that, then this will be my long trigger, and then I'll be looking for us to make our way up to $7, give or take. And that will be, you know, even if I miss all this move right here, I'm not even tripping, because we could get rejected and you can probably go short here. But this is what my plan A. And if we can take this long here, this long will be about what's that? I'm sorry, let me go back up. Maybe about 15%, if my math is correct. Yep, 15, about 15%. So 15% on, you know, 5x leverage, 10x leverage. I'm probably gonna go a little bit heavier on the leverage, because if we break this mustard or this orange colored bar or this orange area is major a major support resistance flip. So I'll be looking at this area here. That's on the weekly. Let me go back to the daily. I'll be looking to potentially long here. If you're a little bit risky, you can long the flag, but we're right under resistance. So you could potentially, you know, long this and just get stopped out here. Or I mean, you could take this little trade here if we come back down for a retest to be on the safe side. That's a nice 6% move. So you could take that. But I'm waiting for this move here, because I think this could potentially turn into a longer trade. So if this happens, I think we can come under here, possibly, you know, get some type of consolidation under this one, and I think it could keep going. So this is what I want to, these are one of the type of trades that I want to see that turn into more of investments, swing type trades, as opposed to just, you know, a short-term day trade or a couple day you know, being in a trade a couple days. So I think it can move, and it can move fast. And to the downside, of course, we got to look at that too. If everything starts to break down, Bitcoin starts to lose, you know, that 2K area, I think this is going to make a decision soon. So, you know, we'll just be looking for something like that, a retest, and then we'll go back down to this line here at about $5.10. And this has been holding. We had Bill Noble over here when Time Coin was going down. And this level has been holding, we held all right here, middle of August, came over here, had a small deviation down to $4.74, but that was the carry trade. So it took all of that to get down to this level. But, if we do break it, ultimately coming back down to that $4.75, which is actually a good buy area investment wise too, in my humble opinion, because we held this back here in May. Of course, we had this in the carry trade, came back down here again in September when the market was going to hell. So your take profit one for a short could be at about $5.15, and then ultimately coming back down to about $4.75. So we got we don't want to conceive any moves. We want to just let the market tell us what to do. And like I said, with all these indecisive candles in here, I think the move is going to be big once it does break out to the upside or to the downside, because traders are fighting in here and they're just waiting. They're waiting and waiting to see what the next move for Time Coin is going to be. So that's the number one trade that I'm looking at right now.
Right on, right on. Let's got some late showers here. We got Max H is in the house, C90 for the win. What is up, my guy? Mike plays in here. Who else we got? I saw a couple. I think we already gave Mark Dutch a what's up. B Team Crypto, how you doing? C Long Acre, he actually had a request. He says Turbo or PayPay or Bonk or all of time. How about this, FD? If you jump on PayPay, I'll jump on Bonk. It will be live, guys, so understand that this isn't something we did prior to the show. So we'll work through it kind of together. You'll see kind of our thought process as we go through it. But yeah, I'll definitely take a look at Bonk. You cool with looking at PayPay, FD? You're muted, but I'm gonna take it as a yes.
Yep, I'm on it.
Right on, right on. Piper's asking for me to look at the liquidation heat map on a higher time frame, so I'll do that as well. Let's see. Got anyone else in here? Indy Rock Crypto, my dude. What's up, man? Late shout out for you, Clay the Great. If we didn't shout you out, what is up, my man? All right. Did my man just say pay? I don't know. It's all the same to me. What? Hey, pay me. All right. Let's go over to the liquidation heat map here on the higher time frame. I'll pull that up for Piper. Here we go. All right, so this is on the 1 month. So right now, it's nothing too crazy. I mean, I would say there's more liquidity to the top side, but it's really on both sides. It's pretty dark on, the top and bottom side of price action. I don't think there's anything that would really drive price action on the monthly right now. What you can see though is that, it keeps clearing out liquidity, but what's happening? It's kind of getting lighter and lighter. So one of the things that I have kind of noticed when I'm looking at the liquidation heat map is that sometimes you can pick up on the end of a trend or the end of a move based on the liquidity starting to kind of dissipate, right? Like it gets lighter. Look how this is kind of a hot spot, right? You see this kind of a hot spot. It's still hot, but now it's getting less and less as it works its way up. Basically beating them into submission is the way I look at it. So there is some liquidity here. There is some for the take-in, but that could just be a wick up, clear it out, and then you could see that move back down because you do see liquidity start building up down here. I don't know if that more liquidity will build in this area because people would have to put stops around there, or they would have to make a trade so that they're not just their stop, but like where they would get liquidated would actually be in that area as well. And I do that sometimes. Like I'll do enough leverage. This is kind of my like inside, move here. When I'm using high leverage trades, sometimes I'll make the leverage so that it is the resistance, or not the resistance, but like under the support level that I'll be looking for. So, and this is very low capital. So just so you guys know, this is like DGen plays. Like I'm using like 50, $100. Like I already know this money might disappear into thin air, but I'll go high leverage and then I'll put that liquidation amount like under the support level, and so you just kind of use the leverage that would put you there. It's really risky and it's kind of dumb, but I like gambling every once in a while. So there you go. What did I want to point out to you guys? Coinbase on the daily. What I want to point this out is we did have a pattern here as a falling wedge, and we had a breakout. right? Not only do we have a breakout, we did have a pretty important level of support. So we did get underneath of it for, a few days, probably 4 or 5 days, but then we reestablished over top of it. That's a good sign with a breakout. Also getting outside of the VWAP. And so there is a smart target. Where's the smart target put you? It puts you at the 200 SMA, as well as the dynamic reactor, as well as the 50. Now the 50 is crossing the 200. That's not usually a good sign. But that being said, I think there's an opportunity for there to be a little bit of a move up. And that is saying that the market, actually continues to go up. Otherwise, it may get drugged down. But right there, that's about a 15, 16% move. So it could be an opportunity. RSI or the prime oscillator is looking really strong. It's still going up and right. So just looking at that on coin, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bounce it over to FD. He'll knock out Pepe and then bring it back to me. I'll do bonk and then we'll get out of here because I got some football to watch. Got to watch the Commanders. So there you go. I'm going to pass it on back to FD. Let's see what you got, man.
Cool. So I just let me delete that. So I really just did a quick top-down analysis, man. So on a weekly, we're testing this downward, this downtrend that we've been in since the highs around the 27th of May. So this is cool. What we want to see is we want to see a breakout and a retest. That's the the number one thing that we always talk about in trading: breakout, retest, and then we can make our ways back up, to the highs over here. But we have to zoom in and see what's going on before we can even do any of that. So what I saw just by looking at it, not really doing any type of analysis, of course, this is predicated on the overall market, what the overall market is going to do. So we do have the downward sloping trend line, the macro downward sloping trend line that's telling us we're still in the downtrend. But we're starting to, let's actually go to the 4-hour. We're starting to flag a little bit under it. And we have like these candles here. We have more indecision. A lot of these coins are in indecision mode. We had that strong move up from the FOMC. Now, we had a nice little rally. Now we're getting indecision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last 5 days have been basically indecision for Pepe. So what you would want to see for Pepe, this is good. I like to see patterns like this, is because this is a bullish pattern right under resistance. We're not going to just blindly long resistance, but we do want to see a reclaim of this downward sloping trend line, pop back up, pop down, then pop back up to use it, as support. But we just have to wait. You got to be patient with this. And we can even pull, let's even pull a fib and see what happens. See if we can get some confluence over here. Boom. So we do have 618 coming in right at my green line. So we want to see this hold. If we do deem to fall out of it, then we can look for some sort of a retest around 0.0. I mean, I can't even see how many zeros that is. That 5 or 6 zeros. We're just gonna say 7631. So that's also coming in. We see the support resistance flip here. Support, resistance, support, all back here. So it's basically, I just pull my fib sometime. Not really a fib guy, but I do pull them sometime to add confluence. Confluence to that level. So right now, it's if you're trading it, it's sitting on your hands time and waiting for this to play out. Usually these symmetrical triangles, from what I've gathered, they usually play out 70% into the triangle. So 70% into the triangle would be somewhere around here. So maybe tomorrow or Wednesday we'll get some type of resolution for Pepe. So just be careful, man. Be careful. You don't want a long resistance. You want to reclaim this downward sloping trend line. A lot of coins are at these downward sloping trend lines. A lot of coins have not reclaimed these downtrends yet. So just be patient. And if you're buying, if you're holding, if you're investing in Pepe, then if you want to, if we do get some sort of pullback, then your first area to put some more chips on the table would be all them zeros, 7, 6, 8, 4, and then ultimately our macro SR flip, a bunch of zeros, somewhere around 6, we'll say 6, 8, 2, 3. So that's what I'll be looking at for Pepe. I haven't really traded Pepe like that, but if the market gets to going, Pepe is going to run and run hard. So just keep an eye on the overall market to gauge how these trades are going to go.
Right on. Yeah, I'm looking at bonk right now in the background, so I just put a fib on it. Let me go ahead and bounce over to my chart real quick. All right, so looking at bonk on the daily. So I put a fib over the entire range from like 0 to all-time high. And interesting enough, look where we have found ourselves. We're at the golden pocket. So very interesting on the daily, right? That's, I mean, to be honest, I've kind of, I've got a little bit of bonk, very small like DCA in a bonk, but I'm probably gonna add right here, and not because like I really believe like where we're at, like I'm, you know, I feel like great about it, but I mean it is at the golden pocket and it's on the daily. It just broke out of this pattern here. Got a smart target that's up at whole lot of zeros, as FD says, and a 2-1. So, you know, that's an opportunity. That's a horizontal level of resistance. I very much think that's in play. You know, from here to there, that's a 21% move. I know it doesn't look like much, but that's a pretty darn nice move, right? And, you know, just looking back left on the chart, you see those areas, and it was support, it was resistance. Remember, when I look for these areas of price action, I love to see like a big breakdown or it actually take off. I'm seeing that right now on bonk. So again, just looking left on it, I mean, look at how many times it acted as support, acted as support, acted as support. And I mean, it pops, came down, retest, retest, and then breakdown. So yeah, I think that's a pretty key area. And that's at about, you know, a bunch of zeros, 2-1. And then we're at a nice little area right now. So yeah, you know, for me, a little DCA play into bonk is probably not a bad idea. You know, thanks for pointing that out to me, honestly, because I think I am just going to throw a little bit on there, maybe like 50, 100 bucks, nothing too crazy. But let's see. If it does continue its way down, I do have a horizontal level here, and that's, look, I mean, he had a big pullback here. That was a trend line. Let's actually extend that trend line. I just want to see what, oh, added confluence to where it got this rejection here. Look at that, man. That's crazy. So that trend line is definitely in play. If you get a move up, keep this trend line, right? Because this trend line, you'll probably see a rejection off of it before you actually see a breakthrough or a breakout. So yeah, man, sometimes it's cool to leave those like legacy trend lines on, but if it does come back down, you can see this area at about a bunch of zeros, 1, 3, should be support. And that's just looking here, you know, you have looking here. So yeah, so I mean, there's support and resistance in that area. And then you start talking platinum pocket, right? So another significant area. That would probably really be my area. Like, and you can see I have an alert on here. It looks like it's probably out of date, so I'll probably have to refresh that. But like, if you're talking about like adding like to the bags, like I would put an alert here, which I did have at one point. I'll have to refresh it, but at about a bunch of zeros, 1, 0, then yeah, man, that's definitely a spot where I would DCA in a little bit harder, right? So right here, not a bad spot. Talking golden pocket, statistically speaking, odds are in your favor at the golden pocket, plus a breakout, plus a smart target, you know, chart prime saying, hey, we got potential for an upside move. Cool. But if it falls down to this area right here, I'm definitely going to add more than 50 or 100 bucks. But also too, let me know in the chat, because I really haven't done my homework on bonk recently. You know, so I don't know like what's going on in the community, because it's a meme coin, right? A lot of these are community driven. And when they start losing some steam in the community, the token starts losing some steam, and it ends up just going back to stuff like Doge, you know, because it's the legacy thing that everyone knows. So yeah, definitely let me know in the chat. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at for bonk. Got you a couple key levels there, but I would say let's say bonk isn't pumping. No, it is not pumping like Popcat. That is for sure. It seems like cats are the new thing. They're taking over for the dogs now. I was never bonkers on bonk. SBF scam FUD. LOL. Yeah. I know that Crux, I thought he liked bonk at one point. So yeah, let me know in the chat, dude. Because I think really that's kind of why I threw a couple bucks at it, was because you were bullish on bonk, to be honest. So he says I have bonk. Yeah. Yeah, man. So I'll throw a couple bucks at it. Why not? I don't care. I like watching money float away in the thin air anyways. It's fun. But
can we switch back to my chart one more
yeah,
time, man? I gotta
man.
talk about XRP, man. And I'm making an XRP claim.
Uh-oh.
XRP. Well, I forgot to delete my sell it all line.
So,
I've been holding XRP for so long, man. I got to get out of. I got to get out of there.
He's
I got at
done.
least 3x. I got to get out of there, man. But I think XRP is going to do well. I do think XRP eventually. You know, I'm not saying how close into the future or how far, but eventually it will do well. It's not going anywhere, so that's a good thing. But we are coiling up. We're like this we've been in this is 2017, man. I've drew this since 2007. This is all the way back from 2017. So we're
Jeez.
coiled up to make a big move by the end of the end of this year in the fourth quarter. Be looking out for a big move in XRP. I
Okay.
got XRP going, up, barring something happening in the markets where the markets turn mega bearish. I got XRP going to at least, $2-3 minimum. But you see my sell it all line right there. I'm getting out of there. I'm not gonna wait to my target. But a lot of people are still bullish on XRP, and I think XRP has been coiling up for a long time. But just as a trader, from a trader's perspective, when you see something like this, you're just waiting for a big move to come out of there. And I think XRP is gonna have a big move. I saw somebody talking about XRP in the chat, so that's why I pulled it up. And this is I've been having this drawn out for at least the past 4 or 5 months for XRP. Yeah, at least till since about June or July. So I'm waiting to see what happens with this XRP thing. This XRP coin, this stable coin. We'll see what happens. But I think a big move is coming. When I say big, I don't mean like 500% or nothing like that. I mean just a big move for XRP, something like 100% or so for XRP over a nice
So
amount of
that
time.
is the all-time high, yeah? Like what it's
No, the all-time high might be about the all-time high is $3.50 or something
oh,
like
okay.
that. So
All right.
um
This chart doesn't go back that far.
we'll see. We'll see what happens with XRP, man. But hopefully the market, can continue bullish. I'm saying I'm out the market Q1 2025. I'm sorry.
Signing
That's
off.
my new thing, man.
All right.
I'm out the market.
Q1?
Q1, the end of Q1, I might be out the market. I might think even if we do like some sort of double top like we did in 2021, I think I might do the sale in May or a little bit before May and go away. I think that's when stuff really starts to hit the fan in the economy. Because they've been kicking the can down the curve, down the road. But after the election, I think they're gonna have a few more months, and then it's just gonna be like, blue, 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 blue. Just everything's just gonna start crumbling, man. So that's
I'll
when
say that.
but it's they're gonna intervene, and then we're gonna just start the biggest inflationary debt asset bubble cycle we've ever seen. But I'm gonna take some profits, mostly a lot of profits, especially out of altcoins. I'll convert some to Bitcoin, and then I'll take some into fiat, and then I'll get ready for the for my crash. I'm not making a prediction, I'm just making an educated guess.
You know what I hear? That's what I hear. Yeah. All right, right on, man. Well, cool. Let's go ahead and start wrapping this one up. As always, we truly appreciate having you guys in the chat. It always is a blessing to have all of you in here. If you enjoyed the show, this is your opportunity. Please hit that like button. Do that. Time now. Come on, take a second. You got it in you. Come on, you can do it. All right, yeah. Go ahead, hit the like, subscribe. We would appreciate it. We are trying to grow here, and we are trying to outpace the morning show, so help us on that adventure here. All right, we would appreciate that. But yeah, I'm gonna get over. I'm gonna watch some football, hang out with the fam, and then I gotta head to work tonight, working that 10 to 7 shift. It is gonna be brutal. Uh-oh, FD's got something. What's up, dude?
This is off crypto topic. I'm about to go watch this show called From. I don't know if anybody has watched From. It's about a dude or people who get caught in a town and they can't leave and they got like monsters. If you haven't watched From, FROM, make sure you go watch that, man. Catch up on that. Season 3 is out. I'm about to go. I got my chips here already ready.
He's ready.
And I'm headed upstairs, man, and I'm going to watch it, man. I got the dip. It's already ready. I'm not even playing. I'm running right upstairs and I'm turning it on. And
I love it.
laying in the bed.
I love it. That's awesome. From. All right, I'm gonna have to check that out. I'll let the wife know. She will binge watch some TV like it ain't no one's business. All right. Cool. All right, mate. Well, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Trade safe. Have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow. We're out.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no,